Hey folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show at 72 degrees here in Ellijay, Georgia, 8:33 in the morning. Show them how they can get in touch with the show. Email me, text me, follow us on social media. Let's show people how we can do that. There we go. And now it's a new segment. Make sure our recording's going. The only cover-up here. Please take that down. That's a lot. That's a lot of bright lights on me. The only cover-up here is the deep state media running cover for Obama, Hillary Clinton, Ben Rhodes, Susan Rice, Uma Abedin, Peter Strzok, Nellie Ohr, Bruce Ohr, Lisa Page, Fusion GPS, John Brennan, Clapper. Who else? Comey, McCabe. I mean, can you believe the amount of people and the amount of crime that the media is covering up? And Nancy Pelosi has the nerve, the absolute nerve, to accuse the President of the United States. Give me, I think, number 34. I think we just used that one, but I want to use it again. Trump engaged in a cover-up? I mean, when it should have been at the podium or wherever she was at saying MSNBC, CBS, ABC, CNN, the list goes on, the New York Times, the Washington Post, involved in a cover-up? Interesting. So let me say this, folks. All right. Nancy, let me put up one picture. It is not because I want to do a story on this particular person, because he absolutely disgusts me, but I got to say, let's go with this one here, okay? Number 10. Now, Michael Avenatti is charged with stealing $300,000 from Stormy Daniels. Now, these major news networks, and I mean the big guys, I mean, we will one day, but we don't have all these different departments that NBC, their parent company, Comcast, and CNN, and ABC. We don't ABC with Disney and $80 billion or whatever they got to work with. They have all these departments, and when they do stuff, they can vet everything. I mean, actually, a real newsroom, they get a story, they throw it in a room, and they've got a team that just does anything but go after the story, is what they should, and try to find every hole in the story, every hole in the individual. I mean, there are actual things that you would do a story, but if you find out the person, spent some time in the loony bin, I should have picked better words, but let's go with loony bin, all right? And but you feel they're credible, you run the story and you say, do we overlook the individual spent 6 months in the loony bin? No, we can't. How can they be credible? I'm just saying, there's a lot of things they can do. And usually, especially with a whole legal department, they vet people very thoroughly before they run with things. But all you've got to do is throw in the center of a newsroom. They're like piranhas or wolves going to tear the flesh off something. Okay? I'm serious. All you got to do is throw in the middle of what should be a serious newsroom with enough money to have a background and vet these people. But no, you say Trump, and they stop everything so they can run the story. This is a perfect example. These two people here with Michael Cohen, of how deceitful and how bad they lied to their base. So, how many nights did they use Michael Avenatti to say We have the goods on Trump. We have the proof he Russian collusion. How many panels were assembled on these news networks to talk about what this guy says is getting ready to break because we've got it? What this guy thinks he knows and this porn star knows about the Mueller report. How many nights? Lies after lies. Now you think about being the Republican base, and this is what I'm telling you. And you find out all of a sudden you've been lied to for 2 solid years. You've been lied to by Adam Schiff. You've been lied to of everybody that came out to a microphone that's a Democrat. You've been lied from your favorite talk show host. You've been lied to by your favorite, Rachel Maddow, Allison Cameron. It don't matter. You have been nothing but lied to for 2 years. They came on and they had congressmen and they had congresswomen and they had list after list of people that came on that knew Trump was going down. Think about that. Think about that. Because let's just use a number of 35%. So let's say there's 35% of Republicans that no matter what happens are not going to leave Trump. The base. They want to build the wall. And what about the Republicans that find out that for years, okay, they were lied to? Now think about this very seriously. What about for years Republicans feeling, hey, we sent you to Congress and you lied to us? What about it? We sent you there about Obamacare. You lied to us. You put people in leadership positions that did not do what you said. You lied to us. Just think. Maybe you would go through 2018 and not be as enthusiastic as we should have been to hold the House. Who are we holding the House for? What leadership were we holding it for? Okay? So now flip that over. Yes, the Democrats had the momentum in 2018. They don't have it anymore. The media is trying to do everything to say that momentum and that wave is still riding. It is not, folks. Just think about it. In 2018, they were on a high. They had the media. They had Adam Schiff. They just knew Mueller was going to come out and Trump was going to have to leave. They knew every day. They got up and wondered if today was the day Trump would have to leave in disgrace. I used to put up on this show that their dream was that Trump went out, gave the Nixon sign, and got on Marine One and went away. I played the video back then of Marine One leaving with Nixon on there and Nixon doing this, right? I did all that because they were lied to. Do you know how much fundraising? Do you know how many times the DCCC sent their base an email saying, we need that other $50. We need that other $25. We are close. Trump is almost gone. Now, if you're out there and you've ever given money to a political party, you know what I'm saying. Yesterday, this was released. And we know we're on the edge of something here. For another $25, we can make this happen. So think about it. You've been lied to daily by every news organization you watch and read. You have been lied to so bad, telling you that once Mueller released that report, Trump would have no reason but to leave the next day. You've been lied to by Adam Schiff. I mean, the list goes on of the sorry, no good Democrats that have lined up every day. Schumer, all of them. They fundraised off your back in the lies. They led you to believe that this guy had something and this whore had something. And damn it, I know I shouldn't have said that. Son of a gun. Why the hell can't I keep just a minor Just a little control. Why not? But anyhow, this lovely young lady here before you, they knew. They were told, look, we got him. We were told that, hey, Michael Cohen is going to drop the goods on him any day. We got him. Every single day they got lied to. And now they're looking and saying, and Joe Biden is our candidate? What? Joe Biden? What the hell? He couldn't get 3,000 people to come down the elevator in Philadelphia and come out on the street and wave to him. He couldn't do it. Trump flies in the middle of nowhere. There's a metal hangar out there where they land the plane. And there's 15,000 plus standing out there. Drove for hours. Biden can't. And you've lied to us for 2 years. The media, you ran stories. You had him. What happened? I mean, you're going to tell us you didn't let me tell you. I'm going to tell you now. Okay? They won't admit it. You got Democrats at home doing Google searches on the other side now. The media, they don't know what to do. The only thing they know to do is to yell, Attorney General Barr is corrupt, because they're corrupt. The only thing Nancy could do yesterday is come out and say the president's involved in a cover-up, because they are. Do you not ever understand every single thing they come out and try to project on us? It's because they're guilty of it. Everything. Now it's a cover-up. Let me tell you, you may not believe this, but you have Democrats at home that are Googling Doug Collins' page and reading the release on Strzok and Page. You got millennials at home saying, wait a minute, maybe we should look at our Fourth Amendment and see if something happened on the FISA court. Now, not all Democrats, because some of them are, there's a percentage that's just so damn crazy that they're not going to look at nothing. But there's a fraction of them that are home looking at it, saying, but you lied to us. Because don't think for 1 minute, if you didn't feel it as a Republican, and you did, I had several shows on this. You felt it as a Republican, that your Republicans lied to you. They said they were going to get rid of Obamacare. They made a list of things they were going to do, and they didn't do it. So if you felt it yourself, and you may have lost your enthusiasm to get excited to send back Republicans, could it be possible, after living on the biggest lies that's ever been told to a political party, that you have a percentage of Democrats that are saying, something's bad wrong here. I do have a level of intelligence. Something's bad wrong. I mean, I was there on CNN that night. I was there on MSNBC. I was there with Chuck O'Donnell. I was there with, what's that crazy-ass woman in the afternoons? I'll get her in a minute. I was there with Lawrence O'Donnell and this one. I was there. And I knew, they told me Mueller had him. And I knew, we said we had to have a special counsel. And we were excited that day. And I knew that report was going to be everything that you told me, Adam Schiff. Because, see, Adam Schiff, you sent me a letter. And you said, well, you needed $100. And Trump was going down. Their heads are spinning. They want to do another Russian investigation. That's what happened yesterday. The president said no. He came out with the numbers, and we'll get into that later. President came out with the numbers. Look, here's how many subpoenas. Here's how many witnesses. Here's how many hours. You did everything you wanted to do. $35 million, and the bills are not even paid yet. And you want to do the investigation over? What did Mueller not do? See, the media was there giving you, and the Democrats were at home when the media was saying that Mueller was doing a thorough report. The media knows every single morning, you know every single morning, that Morning Joe and that piece of garbage, Joe and Minka, okay, that train wreck, you were there every morning when they were telling you what a great job Mueller was, what an outstanding man. He had impeccable this and impeccable that, and he was a Boy Scout. You were there, and they kept lying. Their whole thing was hinged. Now, to save the base, all they could do is try to impeach. It's build the wall for them. They have to. It's do or die. It is now or never. That's all they could do is try to impeach. Now, let me think of something, and I want you to tell me if I'm wrong. I'm going to take a break, and Lord, I think we're going to be wide open for another hour. But think about this. I mean, they are in a mess. A mess. We could take back the house, but not unless you don't get your ass to work out there. Let me say this. When is the last vice president of the United States that's been elected president of the United States? So let's go backwards. Barack Obama was the last president, right? 8 years. Joe Biden did not run. So that one, let's go back. Before that was who, right? It was George W. Bush, right? And George W. Bush had Dick Cheney, and Dick Cheney did not run. So there you go. Let's go back one more. William Jefferson Clinton, right? William Jefferson Clinton, okay? He had Al Gore. Al Gore ran and lost, hanging Chad, Florida, however you want to write it up and spin it. Al Gore did not become president of the United States, right? Let's go behind William Jefferson Clinton. George H. Walker, whatever his name, Bush, right? 4 years. Let's go behind him and then come forward. Ronald Wilson Reagan, okay? 8 years. Economy was so strong, things were going so well that George H. W. Bush rode right in past Mike Dukakis to be the last vice president that sailed right in. Why did he sail in with as easy as could be? He rode off of Ronald Wilson Reagan's coattails, right? And there was no way George was not going to win, right? Well, damn it, if the media is so damn correct, and Barack Hussein Obama was such a damn god, and everybody loved him, and he was amazing, and the economy was coming back, and we were roaring and ripping and whatever, why didn't Joe Biden say, damn it, I need to run for president now? Why? You need to put all that together, folks. All of it. Because today, well, Donald Trump is right off the tailwinds of Obama's great administration of bringing this economy back. Really? If he was so amazing, why didn't Joe Biden say, hey, I'm going to be just like George H. I need to ride this in. If there was any truth to anything these damn people do at all, what he should have done is Joe Biden should have walked in and said, hey, look at what we've done here. Look at the record we have. It's amazing. So what we do is I go run for president now. I want to be president. I've been vice president. I ran twice and got all of 2.1% of the vote. But you know in my heart I want to be. So I did anything you wanted, Barack. I said what you wanted, did what you wanted. I even whispered in your ear the day that we passed Obamacare and said, this is a big effing deal. I did it all, Barack. I did everything I was asked, Barack. I want to be president of the United States. And then Barack Obama say, you know what, Joe, if you get out there right now, it's our best chance. Because what we can do is go to the convention, and I will get up there and give a roaring speech in front of 1 billion people, and I will say, if you want to continue the 8 years of Obama, if you want to finish what we started, all the bull that goes with it, America, you need to vote Joe Biden for the next president of the United States. And then Joe comes out and everybody applauds, and then Joe runs against Trump. No. Obama had to keep his deal with Hillary, the damn devil. That was the devil. That was her deal. And Biden had to step aside. And then we find out, Bernie finds out, Donna Brazil, Podesta, Brazil, Deborah Wasserman Schultz. He doesn't find out, but he's on the campaign trail and he says, hell, this thing's a lot more crooked than I thought it was to begin with. These are damn crooks. Next thing you know, Seth Rich is dead. He's a Bernie Sanders supporter. Just I always have to throw that in. Next thing you know, and what? Super delegates. So it doesn't matter if Hillary lost. Here, let me slide you over some super delegates. You won even though you lost. That's the damn problem, is they have it all set up. You won even though you lost. What the hell is in their damn brain? So Bernie's going around. He finds out, what the hell? Everything's rigged. In there. So the Democrats come back and they lie to their base again. They never stop lying to their base. Just think, Bernie ran, Hillary lost, they lied to you so bad, and then they come back and they say, well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to clean up that whole superdelegate thing, so you Bernie supporters, we're going to clean up the DNC, we're going to make everything nice and clean, and we're going to give everybody a shot, a fair chance. What the hell? They started off that lie right there, and they went all the way. They've been lying to their people and their voters and their base for 3 years or whatever now, as hard as they can, and now they're empty. They're empty. They're involved in a cover-up, and there's a percentage of Democrats that know it, and they're scared to death. So what the hell happens is they have all these candidates come out, and all of a sudden Joe Biden, right? He's sleeping in this hyperbolic chamber or whatever so he could stay young like Michael Jackson, whatever, keep his hair fresh that he bought and put in. And then all of a sudden they prop Joe up and they run him up on a stage. You didn't see the guy behind him that pushed him or he lit a firecracker so his ass could run 4 steps to a mic. He's 76 years old. And Donald Trump would beat his ass. I don't know why the hell I said that. Well, that's because Joe Biden threatened Donald Trump at one time. I'm going somewhere with this. Anyhow, so they got Biden. So Biden comes up and all of a sudden, poor Bernie's ass, he's like rubbing his head with a balloon like, what the hell happened? Don't tell me. He's like Yogi Berra. Hey, this is deja vu all over again, right? So he's sitting there and like, what the hell? And then you got Francis O'Rourke saying, but God said I should be president. How did I get the 2%? And they're all like, whoa, hey, how did Biden become 35% in the front runner all of a sudden, and he may be the candidate? Oh, the DNC must be crooked. Oh, wow. So the bottom line is, when is the last time a vice president has been elected? And it won't be this one. It won't be this one. The real cover-up is the Democrats. They've lied to their people so bad they don't know what to do. Folks, they're in a mess. I'm your host, BKP. I'm going to take a brief break. I'll be right back. See if I can get something else worked up and going.